Today I will be talking about England and France developed right after this intro. Now I'll be telling you terms and names. William the Conqueror, Duke and Normandy, who invaded England in 1066 and claimed the English crown. Henry II, English king who added French lands to English holding by marrying Eleanor of Aquitaine. Common law, a body of ruling by English judges. Magna Carta, Great Charter which guaranteed certain basic political rights. Parliament, body of representatives that makes laws for nations. Capet, founder of the dynasty that ruled France from 987 to 1328. Philip II, one of the most powerful captain kings. Estates General, a council of representatives that advise the kings. Who invaded England? England was formed by the blending of cultures. Danish Vikings invaded the islands in the 800s. Some Germanic groups arrived there much earlier. Over time, Vikings and Anglo-Saxons were united under one rule and kingdom. In 1066, King Edward died. A power struggle followed. This led to one last invasion. The invader was William the Conqueror. He was the Duke of Normandy and land and owner of northern France. He won control of England and declared it his personal realm. I will be asking you a question. Who invaded England before the William the Conqueror? The answer is Danish Vikings invaded England in the 800s. What were some of England's earliest steps toward democracy? Later, English kings, descendants of William, tried to hold and add to the land they still had in France. They also wanted to increase their control over the government and the church in England. Henry II ruled from 1154 to 1189. He was one of the strongest William descendants. He married Eleanor of Aquitaine, who had been married to the King Louis VII of France. From this marriage, Henry gained more territory in France. In England, he began the practice of trial of jury. Over the years, the ruling of the English judges formed a body of law called common law. These laws form basis of law in many English-speaking countries. One of Henry's sons, King John, had serious problems. He was poor military leader. His harsh rule caused nobles to rebel against him. In 1215, they forced John to sign an important paper called the Magna Carta. It puts limits on the power of the king. The document protected the power of the nobles only. Common people, though, said that the parts of the Magna Carta also applied to them. Another step toward limiting the king came in the 1200s. Edward I needed to raise taxes for a war against the French. He called a meeting for representatives from all parts of England. It was called the Parliament. The purpose of this meeting was to approve his tax plan. His model parliament met in 1295. This was the first time bishop, nobles, and common people attended together. The next question is, why was the Magna Carta important? The answer is it put limits on the power of the king. Thank you guys so much for listening. God bless and adelante.